Hello. Am I a bit late? Sorry, everybody. I have not got a watch on. Welcome, everybody. It's Friday night. We are live. Eventually, the fan's going. Is this? Can you hear the fan noise? Is that annoying? I'm kind of in between. If it is, tough because it's a billion degrees here at the moment. So let me know if that's too bad. I can see some comments. AV, good. Thank you, Zenny. That's what we want to know. You can hear me and see me. Thank you, Stephen. Whenever you need it sort of on time, but not perfectly on time, choose Graham for your IT needs. Uh, I was embroiled. I was not embroiled. What's the word? I was I was making fish tanks basically. So I'm high as a kite from silicon. My eyes are burning. Um, the heat is hot. The fan is circulating some air because I have today, well, yesterday and today, I have built 10 fish tanks and moved more fish tanks around. So my fish room is almost starting to look like a fish room. And we're kind of getting there now. Um, I've got one more tank to build and about 4 or 5 to do the second seal on. Um, and then hopefully, it's kind of worked out quite badly that the new fish list was sent out today. So that means if I was to buy any new fish or import any new fish, they would arrive on Thursday. And I'm not sure whether or not to do that because it might, I mean, everything should be perfectly fine by Thursday. I don't want to buy loads of fish and then when I get around to filling the tanks, they're all leaky and falling aparty and disaster, and I'm stuck with hundreds of discus with nowhere to put them. So I might just wait and not buy any new fish this week. And just have them as tanks and move my fish around that I've currently got. So anyway, we're doing that, yes. So I have been building fish tanks most of the last couple of days. Who have we got in here? So the first comment I can see is haha. I can see earlier comments there, but yeah, I was basically going do. And I thought, oh, I wonder if I've got time for a pee before the live stream starts. 9:05. Shit. So that's why I'm here. And so I can see everybody. I'm assuming everyone in Britain is going, oh my God, it's boiling. So let's just have a blanket. Yes, it is boiling. It's ridiculously hot. It's far too hot, if anything. I don't want to get into it again. So last time when I made my video about how everything was hot and tips for your tank, which actually did quite well, but it was mostly because it had enraged everyone that lived in Australia or Texas or other places going, 33 degrees, that's not hot. Shut up, it's roasting. It's ridiculously hot. And I will hear nothing else about it. So that said, we're okay. So I'm going to start with the comments that I can see. He hit something I did. I hit myself and realised I was late. Nope. Is that to the fan noise? I hope so, because it's kind of the only thing keeping me going. It's lovely. Brian's here. How are we doing, Brian? Not seen you for a few weeks. How's it going? Amrinder says no fan noise. Good. I can't hear any fans as you have none. Hey, I wonder, will this work? No, I haven't actually rebooted my PC from last week. I've mostly been doing other things, so we need to do that. Dan's in, can't hear any fan, but then again, I've got one on too. Good. Whoa, 10 IKEA tanks. It is 10 IKEA tanks. You're quite right. Yes, I have. In fact, I've deleted it now. But yes, I went to IKEA. I picked up 200 and odd quid's worth of IKEA Utrusta shelves to make fish tanks. And most of them have gone well. I had a few clumsy moments where, let's just say that it's not the neatest siliconing job, but I'm reassuring myself that because these are fish room tanks, it doesn't need to be the neatest job that you'll ever see. So I'm kind of okay with that. The ones that I built earlier were from IKEA, were for my quarantine tank, so it's the same sort of principle of that. So I haven't filmed myself like a how to make a fish tank video or anything, but I've done a few time lapses of me building them and getting them all out. But I'm really liking, I can't remember, did the last video show you what the layout I was going for? If it did, I'm really liking the new layout. So I've kind of got a kind of horseshoe shaped walkway where I can go and access all the tanks, and it seems to be, touchwood, okay space wise. It'll still be tight if people come to look around, but for maintenance and stuff, it's a lot better than it was. So I'm kind of happy with that. We'll see what it's like once I've got all the electrics and all the airlines and everything. I've been dicking around with them today, trying to get them running in an unobtrusive way, which is, needs some work on that solution. But yeah, I'm really happy with it. It's looking pretty good. I've made a massive mess and I've cleaned up a massive mess, so it's even easy to clean up after myself. So that's pretty good as well. So what have we got for you tonight? We have, as always, a bit of fun and games. We have the quiz. The main quiz will be coming up around about past, depending on what time it is now. 15:15, yep, about past. And then I have another mixed bag quiz for you afterwards, where we're introducing another type of round, another new round, or an old friend, possibly. I can't remember if we've done this one before, but we'll see how we get on. You may also notice that there is no longer any divider here. I'm still on the, I've had it off for a couple of days now, but I'm still on the keeping an eye out, because the first thing that happened was, where is he? Brian has been a total gentleman. He has not killed anything. So can we have a round of applause and cheers and chat? Oh shit! I'm also doing a water change. I've just realised it's gone way too high. Hang on, let me just turn that off. Smart home, smart life. Switch to off. Just as well we started talking about that, or we would have had a live flood event. I'm just going to double check that. Bear with me a second. Yep, we're good. So where was I? So, as I was just saying, Brian hasn't tried to kill anything. He's just tried to kill something. But no, he has been really good, actually. I think having the divider up here for so long and getting them to spend time with each other and get used to each other has worked. It's made them not see each other as enemies. We'll see how we got on. I still need to keep a close eye on it. But the first thing that happened was the where is it? I don't quite know how this happened, but the giant wolffish, which is giant, appears to be missing. Down there. It's all right. Call off the hunt. He's down in that back corner. But the first thing that happened was I took out the thing. Brian and all the other fish kind of swam around each other, did a bit of a circly thing of, oh, who are you? Oh, you're in my area. Oh, this is my side. You best get out my side. And there was a little bit of a standoff, as there is, because I'd been taking it out for like an hour. And they were mostly sticking to their own sides. I wasn't actually taking it out. I was just kind of moving it. So I was like opening it like a gate so fish could swim either way. And they did it a couple of times. It was fine. So I took it out. And the first thing that happened was the giant wolffish. I turned my back for a second and then saw him swimming along with my sand goby hanging out his mouth. It was already in the same side as him. So he's lived with it for the past few weeks. And he waits until I take the thing out to decide to kill it. Hasn't even eaten it. It's almost too big to eat. So that was a bit disappointing. So we have had one unfortunate death. But as I say, Brian has been a total gent, hasn't tried to kill anything. He shooed things away when they've got too close to him. If you're new here, this is a very big fish, but this is the halfway point of the tank, so there's more tank that way that they can go in. The Oscar was really upset with the flagtail in a previous life. They've been on fine, all the silver dollars. Everyone, it's almost harmonious, but for that I'm going to kill you moment from the bullfish. And normally, when a big fish gets another fish, I will get in there and maybe wrestle it out. But have you seen the bullfish? It's like, there's no way I'm getting in there. So that's my update for the week. It's kind of working. We'll see how we get on. Those IKEA workers at Meadowhall are going to be wondering what you're doing with all that. They're going to be wondering what I'm doing with all that glass and why I filmed them bringing the glass out to me in the click and collect. Because I think he said something like, "Oh, you'll be putting up a lot of shelves this weekend, man." I was like, no. Mona Lee is getting old. I forgot what camping is like. Do you know what? I'm a bit like that as well. I never really liked camping, but I was fine with it. But the last time I went camping, which was probably a good 7 or 8 years ago now, I resolved that was the last time I was going camping. Sleeping on the floor, not for me anymore. I've had enough. Graham, I voted for you in the Practical Fishkeeping 2026. Was there another poll that I can not win? Which one is this? Let's have a look. Readers Poll 2026 is open. I mean, technically I am now an aquatic store. So any of you who have bought fish from me, yeah, that'd be good. I'll put the link in chat. If you want to vote for me, I mean, I leaned into this quite hard last year and got hee-haw. I'd really like to win an award. I've never won an award. Is that very needy? Where's my live stream chat? There we go. But thank you very much, Stuart. That's much appreciated. I'd love to win some kind of recognition. To put something up next to my 100,000 subscriber plaque and all my plaques that Stuart made me of. Graham Kerr, IT expert, author, not great timekeeper. I'm not moaning about this heat. I love it. You're a weirdo. Lived in Aussie though. I know, but it's different though. This is oppressive heat. At least it's enjoyable when it's in countries that are set up for it. This is not fun. Phil's in. How we doing, Phil? Nice to see you. Fish Fam link is here. A bargain, 200 quid for 10 or more tanks. What size? So I've bought a mix of two sizes. So I've gone with the 80 centimetre and the 60 centimetre tanks. Or the 2 foot and just shy of 3 foot tanks for people who like old money. The last video stated horseshoe. All right, so you've got the idea of how it is. It's just I'm happy with it. I'm just enjoying being pleased with it. So we'll leave it with that. The monsoon is worse than heat. 2 days out of the house and there's mold everywhere. Oh yeah, that doesn't sound fun either. Hi from Sweden. How we doing, Gasmas? Nice to see you again. There are quite a few likes missing. Are there indeed? It would be nice if we had some likes. How many have we got? I mean, I'm surprised there's anybody here. I thought you'd all be out in the pub or enjoying the small window of relief where the sun's not at its highest rather than here, but thank you for coming. Brian got his tank back. He did indeed. The flagtail's massive. He is pretty big. Yes, it's impressive fish. An interesting clip of the tank overflowing on stream. I mean, it's technically too full. I might have to water my strawberries or something with this once the stream's finished, just to get it down a little bit, but it's fine. We're all right. Well done for Brian turning his murdery leaf over. I mean, it's early days. Let's just keep our fingers crossed. Brian still wants to kill Graham, though. Yes, Brian the fish, that is. Well, I think he does. I think mostly he just wants food. That seems to be what he's going for most of the time. I think he's happy that he's allowed back on this side of the tank now. What kind of fish is that big grey fish? So this big grey fish, this is Brian. That's why we keep saying Brian. Brian the fish rather than Brian the human who's in chat. He has a giant gourami. Dr. Awesome's in. Hello from Peru. Hello yourself. How are we doing? And you leave doors open, so you've probably been asked about being born in a bar. I'm trying to get the smell of silicon out because it's eye nippy, so that's why the door's open. Right, where did we get up to? Sorry. What I keep seeing it's jumping all over the place. Stay still. Adam's in. He says, I was a scoutmaster for 5 years. I have camped in the snow and the ridiculous heat. I will never camp again. I mean, I camped in a perfectly reasonable temperature and I will never camp again. I just... the amount of brokenness I felt the last time I camped after, like, it was only like a week, if that. I think I spent 6 months going, oh. What else have we been up to this week? So, I don't know. Been to the doctors to get my sore arms checked out, which necessitated lots of trips and blood tests and various other things. So that all appears to be fine. So I'm not going to die imminently, just at the normal speed like everyone else. So as always, it's just going to be boring old physio that I need to go and do. So we'll get that sorted out. But I'm starting to feel some of the strength coming back. So hence getting on with building all the tanks so as I can get things up. And I think that's pretty much been my week this week. I've been extremely irritable. So if you happen to work with me and have felt my ire this week, I can only apologise because I've just been super irritable. The smallest thing has just... This has nothing to do with work, but I went to a thing at my child's school where there's a whole bunch of... So they pissed me off because last time there was a heat wave. Sorry, Tangent Man. He's going to make himself back. So a few weeks ago, months ago, whenever it was, when there was a heat wave, they issued this thing saying, right, all kids can come in their PE kits. So when this heat wave was on, I mean, only one of my kids now goes to this school, but when she went in, she wore her uniform. That was fine, but there was loads of other people sent their kids in their PE kits again. It's because it was so hot and they don't have AC or anything like that. They said you can come in your PE kits. So loads of them turned up in the PE kits and got a shitty letter from the headmaster or the head of school saying, man, we didn't authorise you not to come in your thing. So I went to an awards ceremony for an award that my daughter had won at school, where all the teachers are there in these big flowy dresses and like they get to wear what they want. Why do the kids have to come in the stupid uniforms that are like 35 degrees and you have to wear a blazer? F right off. So this pissed me off. They pissed me off because every time they send me an email and there's never any information in the email. The email always says things like, please see attachment. And you're like, stop putting it in attachments. Just tell me what it is. So not only do I not see what it is, I have to go into my emails. I have to open the email. I have to then open the attachment to read that it's hot. I'm like, I know it's fucking hot. Why have you made me click 5 things deep? Why can't you just put in the email, it's hot? Why do you have to put an attachment to a letter in an email saying it's hot? But they do it with everything. So it could be the most important thing in the world or it could be the least important thing in the world. Don't put it in the email. So when I'm busy working, doing an actual job, sorry to all the teachers, and they send me an email that they want me to immediately respond to because they forgot to tell us about something. And the notification comes up on my phone, but I can't see what it is that they want without saying, right, hang on, all business and everyone stop what you're doing. I have to go and look at my personal emails to see what these stupid fucking teachers can't just tell me? Why can't they just put it in the message of the thing so as I see it and if it's hot, I can ignore it, and if it's your child is dying, please come collect them, I see that straight away as well. So that pissed me off. And then it was an award ceremony, so they had like math teachers, English teachers, physics teachers, whatever it was, giving away the school year awards for who's been most improved, best mathematician, most, I don't know, helpful child, whatever it is. The English teacher stood up. Should I say this? A teacher. Nah, it doesn't make sense then. The English teacher stood up to say, I'm going to take a step back. All the teachers stood up to tell you what their subject was. Like, I teach geography. Geography is the study of, and you're like, I know what geography is. It's 1,000,000 degrees and we're sat in this freaking roasting hall and you're telling me, I know this. Get on with handing out the prizes so I can go home and stop dripping through my clothes. But geography is this, and maths is really important because you need to know how to add up. And then you're like, right, yeah, okay, get on with it. And then when you got to the English teacher, it was, English is so important because communication and learning how to communicate with people out in the world is one of the biggest skills that you can apply across all walks of life. So no matter what career, what vocation you go into, being able to be an efficient and clear communicator is really important. It's what she wanted to say. What she actually said was, English is really important because communications, being able to speak to people and talk to them is like, and I was like visibly going redder and redder and redder. I'm like, you're trying to tell me the importance of communication by communicating poorly with me. I bet you're in charge of the email systems as well. I bet you're the one that keeps sending the fucking attachments rather than just tell me what the fuck you want. So, as you can see, I've had a little bit of a short fuse this week, and I think it's my fault, and I have to own up to this, and I have to apologise to everyone. So, if you are a teacher at that school, if you are one of my colleagues who's had to listen to me rant and rave because you accidentally spoke when I didn't want you to speak, I've just, sorry for being a dick. That's where we're going to start. And I'm going to try and change a new leaf now where we put all that swept aside. I've said my piece, I've had my rant, and we can go on with the rest of the evening. I feel like this is where I need a co-host to like be in charge of the buttons and like cut me off so as I stop going off these little rants. Anyway, I've not even got a drink in this heat, and I've not got a drink. Bear with me, libation incoming. I'm going back to, we're going to be extremely uncouth and drink out the bottle because I've only got a bottle of cider. It's not a bottle of wine, so I know it looks like a bottle of wine, but I don't have a glass down here. I don't have any ice, so we're going reliving my youth, like drinking in the park. Let's read a few more comments, but I'm just going to put the link to the first quiz into the chat so that everybody has a chance to sign up. If I can find the link, there we go. So we'll start the quiz once I get to the bottom of the comments. Remember, prizes this month, maybe. Brian is being more needed than what? Brian the being is more needed than Brian the fish. Mandy, say hi thrice to make him feel loved. Is Brian upset that people aren't showing him enough love? Well, if you came every now and again to the stream, Brian, rather than just once every 6 months or so, you used to be a regular. I'm just saying. Louisiana is set up for heat, but I am not. I mean, I guess so. I mean, sorry, everyone. I don't like to moan about it too much. Sorry, I was voting for you. Thank you. I had to buy a new bed today. There's a slow puncture in my other one. See, only when camping can that be a thing. Right, let's swoosh down through some of these ones. No wonder I'm missing messages. I had it on top chat. And well, I get that as well. I keep missing things as well. I think it doesn't know what it's trying to do. Nothing new there, Graham. You're always irritable. Oh, thank you. Durvasa has just subscribed. Hello, Durvasa. Say hello in the chat if you're here for the first time. Myself and general manager at the research centre are travelling to a tiny fishing village 30 hours away by boat, and we will be camping there for 7 days as we teach aquaculture to the villagers. I mean, that's a bit different. That's not you're in a field in Scunthorpe next to loads of other equally upset and annoyed campers. I mean, I think I'm at an age where I'm considering a caravan rather than a camp. Tents get me off the ground. I'd really quite fancy a camper van. I think I'd really quite fancy a camper van where I just drive off into the sunset and never to be seen again. That might be quite ideal. But yeah, sleeping on the floor, I'm just not into it. 30 isn't hot. Right, can we stop this performative? Man, it's not hot. This is hot. You should see it for this. Just shut up. It's hot. I am hot and bothered. I will not be unbothered by you telling me it's hotter somewhere else at some point. It's hot. I don't like it. Okay. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Sorry. Speaking of heat, have you seen a decrease in electric consumption with your digital devices in your fish room, Graham? I have. Well, yes, I have, but what I have mostly seen is that my heaters don't come on. So I had one of the things I've been doing with all my digital devices was kind of trying to shape the power usage. So the power came on when it's either in the cheap rate during the night or when the sun's at the highest and I'm using solar power. So like in the mornings and in the evenings, I try not to have the heaters on as much, and I'm doing all this controlled with various sensors and stuff. But even now, when the heaters are allowed to come on, they don't come on because it's already hot enough, so it's fine. So I am definitely seeing a decrease in usage from that point of view. Good job we aren't playing Answer Smash. We will be playing Answer Smash at some point. She did give a live example of why clear communication is... I know, because she was about to get murdered if my wife hadn't held me back. Right, okay, I'm trying to catch up. Ready for quizzes, says Mandy. Good. Have you switched them off because of the heat? I have not switched my heaters off, surprisingly. I'm not a fan of switching my heaters off because of the heat. I have killed a couple of heaters, so despite my best efforts. In fact, this is a success story. So my wilds tank, I had a heater in there, and it stuck on. It did what heaters do when they get bad. And I came down to... Have I shown you this before? So anyway, the way I've got my whole thing set up is I've got two massive monitors here in front of me, and I use that for usually emails and stuff I'm working on directly on this one, and then stuff that's I've got in the background in this one. So whatever it might be, Discord or whatever, or some other websites that I'm just using for reference on this one. I have my Teams chat up there, I have my CCTV over there, and then this screen here I have dedicated to my Home Assistant, which is all my alerts and stuff and all my tabs, and I can see the temperature in all the tanks, I can see how much power is being drawn, I can do all the things that you can do. And I noticed that the wild discus had got to 34 degrees Celsius because one of the heaters had jammed on. And I was like, oh shit. But I also noticed, because what I'd done is I've set it up with some logic. So if it goes above a certain threshold, it changes color and then it flashes and it sends me a message. And when it gets too high, it cuts power to the thing. So it's meant to do all that automatically. And it had done all those things. But Idiot Features had programmed it wrong, and so it's powered, let's for argument's sake say it's powered by plug 2. I had sent the shut power off command to plug 4, which doesn't exist. It's just a poor fat-fingered coding error in my part. So being like, oh, it's done the thing. And I was getting the alerts going, it'll switch itself off in a minute. So I wanted to see it work, and it just didn't. It kept crying higher and higher and higher. Luckily, no fishies were harmed in this, and I did spot my error, but it was a good, useful test case. I did notice that the temperatures were climbing. I did get the alerts to tell me the temperatures were climbing. So from that point of view, it worked quite well. But now everything's kind of annoying me because I've been moving tanks around and everything's just in a complete mess. So I need to take a bit of time to replan everything out again and make it all work properly. But yeah, it was pretty good, and I'm kind of happy with it. But no, I have not switched off any heaters. Oh, that's the thing. Is your monitor still working after the glass smash? I mean, it is, but I use that as an excuse to buy 2 other even bigger monitors. So that monitor's currently sitting out there. I'm going to list it on Facebook or something because it works fine. It's just got a big scratch in it about yay big. But the amount of time I spend here, it's one of the things I don't mind investing in. Because it does my proper job I do from here as well. I want to have enough screen real estate that I can be working on YouTube videos on this one, well, still have my work email open on this one. I can still be writing documents on that one. I can still be, do you know what I mean? I think it's good for my workflow, if nothing else. So I didn't. You can spend a lot of money on monitors. I didn't spend a lot of money. I bought some really nice ones on a really good deal. So I think they were about 150 quid each for some 34-inch Ultra HD widescreen monitors. So 2 of them for 300 quid. It's a bit of a no-brainer. It's like, yeah, I'm definitely going to buy that. So that's what I've done. So that's what we're up to. Have we got anybody in the quiz tonight? We've got 10 people wanting to play the quiz tonight. Only 10? You know, ever since I bought this crowd paralysis, I don't think we've gone over 20 people. I could have got the free version. I'm sure it'll be different come winter when people are cold and wet and don't want to be out doing interesting things rather than sitting watching me. But you know, we will start the quiz in 2 minutes. This is your 2-minute countdown. If you've just turned up and you're like, the what? The who? The quiz? It's this. Needing a bigger monitor is not to do with the damage, it's to do with old. No. If anything, I'm spending my time doing this more. So I'm getting exercise. That's to do with old age because my eyes are failing me. Maybe folks are waiting for the scanning thing. Maybe folks are. That could be the thing. Now, because I'm so late this evening, I haven't set up my extra screen, but let's see if we can do this. We're going to have to do a bit of live resizing, I think. Is my best guess. Oh, that wasn't far away. Zip. There we go. Now I'm trying to move something else that I can't actually see. There's the scanning thing for those of you who need to scan the scanning thing. Toilet break time. Hurry back, Brian. I forgot to mention, says Dan, the pub Quizby one, I sent you the photo prematurely. It turns out there was only 3 of us playing, so if you want a 50 quid free bar tab, get yourself to the 8-foot way. I might do that. I might suggest that. We go to one up near Bradfield, next to our friend's house. What the hell is it called? The Nag's Head. And they do a pub quiz every Thursday. We don't go every Thursday, but every time we've gone for the last, God knows how many times we've won. To the point that when we walk in now, we get groans from the regulars. And that's always like, oh, 10 pints, 8 pints, whatever it is. So we've got free drinks for a long time in that place. I'm trying to find the chatty thing, or why it won't chat the chatty thing. Infinite beer glitch, I like it. Yeah. It's not working. Right, are we ready to play? We've got 11 people, so, that's a bit better. If we are, Brian's back. I think we're ready to go. Best of luck, everyone. Remember, 20 questions. Gambling on questions 10 and 20. Nobody's asked for the points, or have I broken something? Texas Tom's in as well, but not saying hello. Which of these fruits is also known as a Chinese gooseberry? Is it a kiwi, a pomegranate, a lychee, or a key lime? A bit more live resizing just because Tommy's here. What do points make? Prizes! People want points now. Okay. What do points make? Prizes! I'll add them after the end of this because you all think it's a lychee is a Chinese gooseberry, when in fact, it's a kiwi. So, Adam wants his points. What the points make? Prizes! Zenny wants her points. 75. Dan and Applegal. What the points make? Prizes! Dan. Oh, Dan, just to be awkward, you already scored some points. I'm going to have to do addition. I don't know why I did that like that, because that wasn't hard to add up. Lauren's what there. The points make? Prizes! Stevie P also wants some points. I think that's everybody. We got Zenny. Yep. So that's how the points stand at the moment. Question number 2. What Taylor Sheridan TV drama stars Sylvester Stallone as a mafia boss? Back in a second. Is it Tulsa King, Mayor of Kingstown, Lawman, or Landman? You think it's mostly Tulsa King? It is. Dan takes a commanding lead over Glory Not Prizes and Lauren in third place. $93 points from Dan as well. Well done. Question 3. What US state is home to Just Enough Room Island, the smallest inhabited island in the world? Is it New York or New York? Maine? Don't know how people from Maine speak. Vermont? Also don't know how people from Vermont. Massachusetts? That's probably not how they speak either. Where is Just Enough Room Island, the smallest island in the world? Ooh. That's a bar chart of people that don't know. It's in New York. Technically known as Hub Island, Just Enough Room Island sits in the St. Lawrence River in upstate New York and literally has just enough room for a house, a tree, some shrubs, and a small beach. Dan's on fire. Question number 4. The largest alpine lake in North America is Lake Tahoe. Half is in California, half is in, is that Florida? I think that's meant to be Florida. New Mexico, Nevada, or Washington? Washington? Washington. New York has islands, apparently. Hopefully an easier geography. Oh, everything's disappeared. Hopefully an easier geography question for you that time. So you just have to know what is next to California. It is indeed Nevada. Dan misses out. Lauren gets it. That's bragging rights in the Armitage household tonight. Question 5. What 1990s rock band took their name from a slang term for broken capillaries caused by too much alcohol? Is it the Flaming Lips, the Gin Blossoms, the Screaming Trees, or the Stone Roses? Oh, hang on. Can we just pause for a minute to recognize Zenny? I got the geography question the fastest. Congratulations. If my buttons were working, I'd give you a round of applause. But they are not. 7 of you going for the Gin Blossoms, and that is correct. Technically called commonly known as Gin Blossoms. Let's just leave it at that. Gonna have another go at it. Telangiectasia. Telangiectasia? Who knows? Teams Europeans are winning. Oh my god. Keep it up, everyone. Question 6. Which of these 1980s films is credited with making aviator sunglasses a global fashion phenomenon? Is it Top Gun, Platoon, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, or Die Hard? You think it's Top Gun? It's Top Gun. The 1986 film Top Gun is widely credited for skyrocketing the popularity of aviator sunglasses thanks to Tom Cruise's portrayal of the character Pete Maverick Mitchell. Oh, fast one there from Adam. A 90-pointer. Stevie P into the top 3. Question 7. What was the name of the frog on The Muppet Show? Gonzo, Animal, Fozzie, or Kermit? Mandy's caught me out in my game, trying to get us with a gif. Almost. What's the name of the frog? You think, well, one of you thinks it's Gonzo. One of you was fooled by my classic ruse of putting a different image to the question. But everyone else was correct and saying it was Kermit. Of course, it was Kermit. Kermit the Frog. Question number 8. In what English city is the Wimbledon Tennis Championship held? Is it in London, Birmingham, Newcastle, or Manchester? Finals are this weekend for all the tennis fans who surely know the answer to this one. Where is Wimbledon? Where do the Wombles roam free? Underground and overground. Ooh, 2 for Birmingham, 1 for Manchester, but of course Wimbledon is a borough of London. Well done, 8 people. Maddie said they all sounded right. I just closed my eyes and picked one. I mean, they were all actual cities in the UK. Question 9. What is the most popular colour toothbrush in the United States? Is it red, green, yellow, or blue? I thought this was going to be a bit of a guessing one, but I'm surprised most of you got it. It is indeed blue. Research has indicated people associate the colour blue with calmness and cleanliness. Adam is still in top spot with the Devil's score, 666. DVP 529 and Dan with 512. Error 404 is mysteriously not far behind. Neither is Zenny or the Messiah, or even Texas Tom. In fact, anyone in the top 10 with a good gamble could make a big move. Here comes your first rubbish clue. Doctor, give me a beat, I got a bad case. Sorry. Do you know your medical history, medical terms, medical names? Question 10. What medical specialty does a phlebotomist focus on? What medical specialty does a phlebotomist focus on? Is it taking x-rays, setting broken teeth, stitching wounds, or drawing blood? What does a phlebotomist do? If it helps, I visited a phlebotomist earlier this week. Nine of you think it's drawing blood. It is. Do you know what? The reason I included this question is because as I was waiting for my drive-through blood test, it said, "Welcome to the drive-through phlebotomy lab." And I was like, the what lab? I mean, that'll be a good question. I bet you nobody knows what a phlebotomist is. Turns out I'm the idiot. Well done, 9 people. Adam has stretched that lead, betting it all and winning. Lots of people all in there. So we've got Error 404's up into 3rd place. Zenny's in 4th. We've done well. Question 11. Erling Haaland, Norwegian footballer, soon to be Scottish hero, was born where? Helsinki, Sheffield, Oslo, or Leeds? I'll try and do the accent. Erling Haaland. Haaland. Erling Haaland. I don't know how you say it. Where is future Scottish folk hero Erling Haaland? Where was he born? We have 2 for Helsinki, 2 for Sheffield, 5 for Oslo, and 2 for Leeds. He was, in fact, born in Leeds. He will be living in Dan Burns' back pocket shortly. I wish the best of luck to my English counterparts. He is Yorkshire. Because if you think about it, his dad was a footballer and played in the Premier League. So he was born in Leeds, which is why he can't speak English. Dan got that one, as did Lauren. I suspect there's some collusion going on with that question. Made some inroads. Question 12. How many South African students stuffed themselves into a telephone booth to set a 1959 world record? Is it 15, 25, 19, or 29? So I'm assuming all students of the Guinness Book of World Records will know this one off by heart. Why will he be a Scottish hero? He'll be a Scottish hero because he plays for a team that's playing against England tomorrow in the World Cup. And jokingly, Scottish people always support whoever are playing England. And whoever puts England out of a World Cup or a major championship, the Scottish people tend to adopt them. But as I say, I'm not like that anymore. I've lived in England longer than I lived in Scotland. I will never actively support England, but I wish them no ill now. But I really hope you don't win the World Cup, because I don't want to hear about it. Other than that, I wish you the best. I wish you a crushing defeat in the final. How about that? Jokingly. So do that. Yeah, Irish and Welsh probably do the same thing. He's going to Celtic, seemingly. Erling Haaland's going to Celtic. I don't think so. Surely not. Anyway, what's the answer to this one? What do we think? Wow. Seems you are students of the Guinness Book of World Records, because that is the correct answer. 25. After 25 students in South Africa, YMCA set a world record by stuffing the greater part of their bodies into a phone booth. There was no room for anyone to answer the telephone when it rang. I feel like that should be part of the room. Question the next one. Nope. Sounds first. Question the next one. 13. King Midas, according to legend, turned everything he touched to wine, sand, gold, or stone. I couldn't figure out why I kept missing the beginning of the questions and realised my soundbar was... technical difficulties. Everyone almost going for gold. Of course it's gold. Spain are through, or have they won it? Belgium route. Right, next question, 14. What country hosts the annual Nakukimpi event, where participants run and walk a naked marathon? Is that in Japan, Finland, the Philippines, or Iceland? The Nakukimpi. Nakukimpi? Nakukimpi. I have no idea how to say that. That word. 6 of you have gone for Finland, 3 for Iceland. It is Finland. Originating in the 1980s, the Nakukimpi. I don't know. It's an annual event hosted in Finland where runners take part in a naked 10-kilometre run through the countryside of Padasjoki. The event celebrates body positivity and the fun-loving Finnish spirit. There you go. Easy for me to say. Yeah, you're quite right. So Adam's still in top spot, 1583. Just behind him is Dan, 1248. And then Error 404, a mysteriously small amount of points behind that. A couple of hundred away is Lauren and Zenny. Texas Tom and 6. The Messiah, 853. Applegal, 814. Stevie P, struggling tonight, 750. Amrender, 724. Bazzy B. You like Jazzy Jeff's, like, more classical cousin. 15. What is the scientific term for a supernumeracy nipple, aka a third nipple? Is it polyphagia, polyphalia, polyglottism, or polynomials? Polynomials. I can read good, honest gov. Any 3 nipplers in the house? That's a question I didn't think I'd be asking. You think it's polyglottism? It is not. It's polyphilia. Some studies estimate that 1 in 18 mammals have polyphilia, otherwise known as an extra nipple. There you go. So, how many people are watching tonight? What is it, 40 people or whatever? So, technically, 2 of us should have more than 2 nipples. Well done, Dan. Moving swiftly on, question 16. In what country did the English language originate? Was it in Italy, the Netherlands, England, or Germany? Some questions are easier than others. No questions are this easy, though. Six of you have gone for England, 2 for Netherlands, and 3 for Germany. Germany. It's a Germanic language. The roots of the English language trace back to the Angles, people living on the seaside of Germany who ultimately settled in Great Britain. Top 3 all missing out on that one. Question 17. In a standard Scrabble set, what is the only letter that appears on exactly 3 tiles? Is it C? Let's do this properly. Is it A, C, B, G, C, M, D, D? What is the only letter that appears on exactly 3 tiles? So are there 3 C's, 3 G's, 3 M's, or 3 D's? English is a mix of different languages. It is indeed, but the majority of it comes from the Germanic. So there's a little bit of Latin, a little bit of French, a little bit of it. So basically, we're a mishmash of all kinds of languages, but the roots can be traced back to Germany. Right, most of you only just going for BG. Technically wanted to burst into song there. BG. And it is G. There are only 3 G's. Adam points out there are 3 blanks too, but is a blank a letter? I mean, you're very close to getting a technically correct in a game that we don't dish out technically corrects. But you're not technically correct because blank isn't a letter. It's all the letters, so it is a letter. Oh. You're already leading, so I'm not giving you any bonus points. Question 18. A person suffering for lachanophobia has an irrational fear of ink, stars, vegetables, or wolves. Who on earth plays Scrabble in this day and age? I love a good game of Scrabble. What was the game? What was the Scrabble game that you could play on your phone? Like Words with Friends or something like that? I was a beast at that. Love a good word, me. 6 of you going for vegetables. It is vegetables. I mean, I don't know that I'm scared of vegetables, but I can see how they get it. It looks like Adam's running away with it unless he has a horrendous downfall in the last couple of questions. Question 19, penultimate question time. In 1941, Bob Dylan was born Robert Allen Smith, Nelson, Zimmerman, or Abraham. Oh, yeah, Brian, you've been shamed. Zenny loves Scrabble. Adam likes Scrabble. I like Scrabble. My hubby won't play with me anymore, though, and my kids only play if I let them cheat in Google Wars. Yes, I was forever being accused of cheating, but I just memorized all the little words. So, like all the Q words and the Z words and the 2-letter ones. You can take down a linguist easily with that, a little bit of memory. Anyway, Bob Dylan is actually called, you think, Bob Zimmerman. It is. Well done, everyone. Born on May 24th, 1941 in Duluth, Minnesota, Zimmerman officially changed his name to Bob Dylan in 1962, taking inspiration from the poet Dylan Thomas. So, with the final question upon us, we need a 300-point swing for anyone to take any points off Adam, but you never know. The final gambling question, here it comes. Here's your useless clue. C top trumps. What could that mean? Yep. All the 2-letter words with the Q's and the Z's. That's what you want to remember. What is the warmest sea? Is it the Red Sea, the North Sea, the Mediterranean Sea, or the Sargasso Sea? What do we think? Oh, 7 of you have gone for the Red Sea. Only 2 for the Mediterranean. It is the Red Sea. So you'll have to fill in with your own sound effects for this one because my thing's broken. Your winners tonight in third place is Error 404 with a mysterious 2,636 points. Woo, 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 woo. In second place is Just Average Dan with 2,952 points. The crowd goes wild. But in first place is Glory Not Prizes with 3,480 points. Whoop, 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 whoop. Etc. Yeah, the quiz still sucks. Good old Brian. I think a bad workman often blames his tools. Right, a little bit of admin while I take away all the player rankings. But while we do that, let's look at the team rankings. Europeans have won it for the first time ever. Woo! Well done, Team Europe. Smashed it tonight. That's what we like to see. Right, a little bit of admin. Delete that. Copy that. Minimize that. Maximize that. July 26th. So at the moment, Stevie P was in the lead from last week, 3,278 points. But let's plug in week 2 scores. And Stephen drops down to third place. Glory Not Prizes takes the top spot. Prizes. Error 404 up into second. Stephen retains third place. Fourth for Zenny. Fifth for Just Average Dan. Kitles, Lauren, Matthew, Applegal, and Bazzy B make up your top 10. Well done, everyone, indeed. Ooh, yeah, etc. Onion rings. I do not understand that comment. Applegal, I should have bet nothing on the last one, but I guess it is what it is. Congratulations. Oh, you didn't lose out in the big one, did you? Youch. It might be automatic. I can't do anything from my... What's happening? I can't even see any... I don't see any comments from Garage. Am I on top trumps or something again? But yeah, congratulations, Europeans. Thank you. Thank you all. I say that as if I participated. All I had was write the questions. But well done, most people. In the end, the Messiah, Texas Tom, and Amrender all finished on 0 points, losing out quite badly. Everyone else did pretty well. Right, let me see if I can see what's going on with chat. The only comment I can see from Garage Girls is they fear nipples. As you do. On a brighter note, I saw a UFO last night. A very fast, low-flying object, no sound, no sound at all. That's not how you spell it at all. They're not called UFOs anymore, are they? We discovered this from last week's quiz. I've immediately forgotten what it was. Right. Anyway. Back on the big face. A UAP, that's the one. Dan says, can I have my points from last week that I missed to take me over the 3,000? Your 75 point. No, you have to be here to claim them. Them's the rules that I just made up. We do have one more quiz, though. So if you are feeling like you've been cheated or wronged somehow, we have a slightly shorter quiz with slightly different type of questions. But, you know, while we're here, button doesn't work. Shut up, Graham. Right, this is the Practical Fish Keeping Readers Poll 2026. If you wouldn't all mind voting for me, and what category shall we vote for me in? Retailer of the Year? I mean, I'm not going to win that. Independent Retailer of the Year? Oh, I'm not going to win that. Online Retailer of the Year? I'm not going to win that. Aquascaping no. Cichlid Retailer of the Year, Catfish Retailer of the Year, Nano Freshwater of the Year, Oddball of the Year, Marine of the Year, Marine Invertebrate, Pond Retailer. I mean, didn't there used to be a discus category? I mean, I'm going to go with. Oh, it's saved my last year's answers. I'm just going to put Aquarium Adventures for all of them though, because I am now a retailer. I am independent. I am online. I do not really do aquascaping. So this one must have been Discus Retailer of the Year. I mean, I sell plants. Cichlid Retailer of the Year. I mean, I sell cichlids. Catfish Retailer of the Year. I sell catfish. Nano Freshwater. I mean, I sell nano fish. Oddball Retailer of the Year. I don't sell oddballs. Go with Pier. Marine. Nope. Don't do marine or inverted. Do like Wharf Aquatics. So I'm going to give them my other votes. Pond Retailer of the Year. Oh, what was the name of the place that I got my koi from? It's called. Come on, Graham, you can do this. Now I'm going to have to go back and look at my video. Bear with me a second, caller. So I'll find my koi video. I stole these koi. Kit Sukhoi. Kit Sukoi. Submit. Done. So there we go. I've practically, if everyone wouldn't mind, I mean, there's only like 10 of you here. But you know, I live in dreams that one day I'll win some kind of award for what we do. I don't sell oddballs, but I am an oddball, so that counts. I mean, thanks, Brian. Is there an award that just says retailer? I mean, yeah, that's what I could go for. Sell things sometimes. Cichlids, exactly. Discus under cichlids. But I'm sure there was a discus retailer of the year last year. I mean, I've not even been going a year yet, so I don't know if. Yeah, there was discus retailer of the year. Because Wirral Aquatics won it, I'm sure. Discus Retailer of the Year, winner, Wirral Aquatics, runner up, Premier Aquatics. I mean, I could at least get runner up. I'm making lots of videos about discus and how to care for them and how you can save money with it and how they're nice and cheap. That you can make cheap fish look good if you give them the right care and all that. I mean, and they don't even have an award for it now. Unimpressed. No new. I mean, if you want to, you can all just email Practical Fishkeeping just saying, why is there no Graham Kerr of the Year award? Need a Rising Star Award? Yeah, a Rising Star Award. I've been rising very, very slowly for the last 10 years. Dan voted for me in them all. Oh, thank you. I'll take that. It could be that all the nano people, maybe they just do like one specialty each year. I don't see a nano. There was a cichlid, a catfish, an oddball, and then discus. So they've replaced discus with nano. They even do a top 40 fish shops. I'm not even going to make the top 40, am I? The Aquatic News Network, that's one of Tommy's many pseudonyms. Had fun, glad I was able to play the whole round. Wasn't able to talk much because I'm in between oil changes. Thanks for the fun. Still here and listening. Well, do you think make a short about it? Is it just a bit too needy if I post going, please vote for me? I mean, I wouldn't do it in that voice, obviously. Please vote for me. I would like a vote. I would never win anything. No, I need to think about how to do that. I feel bad though, because I'm just me and other people are doing this where it's their livelihoods and stuff. This is still very much a side hustle for me. So maybe I don't deserve anything. Yeah, let's move quickly on before I depress myself anymore. We have one more quiz to play tonight. I'm quite excited about this one because it's a little bit of everything. I've even called it a little bit of everything. I'm going to give you both the link to it now and the scanny thing in a second once I copy it. There's the link. And a present art, and there is the scanny thing. For those of you who like to scan everything. So this is a little bit of everything. So we're going to bring back from last week the word bridges, where you're going to be given 2 words that you put another word in between to make 2 more new words or phrases. We have answer smashes. There will be some answer smashes, which I will not get upset about. I don't think we've got any emoji ones this week, but we are doing an ordering game where you will be asked to list things in certain orders, and there will be some dingbats. If any of you are a member of the Discord server, you may have a little bit of an extra hint in one of them at least. And what's wrong with nanofish? I mean, there's nothing wrong with nanofish. Maybe do it in that voice. Yeah, I never win anything. Why won't anybody vote for me? I'm here all the time. Yeah. Oh, we'll give it a go. All changes on a fish tank. I knew you were weird, Tommy. Can you make yourself cry and seem desperate? That seems to be how most people beg for money on the. I don't want any money. I just want a prize of some description, some kind of recognition that I exist. Be nice. But you know what? Recently, I've had lots of lovely emails, WhatsApps, various other things of people saying, invariably it starts out like this: been watching you for years, and then it's usually, I wish I was closer, or I don't like discus, but I wish you the best of luck in your endeavours. So I've had lots of lovely emails from people saying, I wish you were closer so I could come and buy some discus. Yeah, okay, thank you very much. Loads of people sending me stories, videos, updates on fish that they bought from me. Absolutely love that. So if you have bought some fish from me and you're doing that, keep it up. Loving that. Loads of people sending me pictures of their tanks saying, how many more fish do you think I should buy? Should I get some more discus? I'd love to come and buy some discus from you. I find that interesting because I think it's like a trap where am I meant to say, nah, you don't need any more, you're full? Or am I meant to say, oh, about you fit an extra 50 in there? Sometimes I think, I sometimes feel uncomfortable with the salesman side of things, but I appreciate the messages. But sometimes I get lots of emails saying, this is my tank. What do you think? Not, I want to buy your fish. I need some advice. Just, I'm showing you my stuff. I love that. I think that's great. It's kind of what the Discord server's for. If you just want to show off, I do that as well. But I love the fact that people have just gone out of their way to go, I've got a discus tank. I'm going to take a picture of it and send it to this guy on the internet. More of that, please. I really like that. But I have had lots of people. There's like 2 or 3 different categories of people so far that I've noticed. Some people are like, can I book an appointment? I'd love to come and see your fish. They turn up, and almost everyone that's actually turned up has bought at least 2 or 3 fish. So it's been great. There's another one of, I'm interested, but I feel like I'm out of my depth. So I'm getting a lot of those ones where I feel like a little bit of an imposter myself because I don't think I'm enough of an expert to give out advice on things like that too much. So I know that I know enough though. So I just need to find myself a way of feeling more comfortable with that sort of thing. But getting quite a lot of that where people are like, I think I fancy discus, but I'm a bit scared because of this, or I've been keeping fish for ages and I'd love to try discus. I bought this tank and this filtration setup, these plants. Will that work? Yes. Brilliant. I'm going to go and order off chains now. And I'm like, thanks. But that's fine because they deliver and I don't. So a load of that. But messages to sales ratio, quite low. Sold a lot of fish. Sold most fish. I definitely need to restock again. And that's why I think I need more fish tanks so as I have more stock. But it's not and I didn't think it would be easy, but it's not as easy as have fish, people come, buy fish, gone. The thing that I'm glad I've done is that I've specialised. I think if I was just doing all fish, I would already be getting put off it to a T. Everyone that's turned up has been lovely. They've been really enthusiastic, lots of questions, lots of chat. Normally, I don't like people. Generally, I don't like people. But everyone that's turned up so far has been fine. But, and this is not a complaint, but they tend to spend at least an hour here. So they turn up, they want to have a look around everything, a bit of a chat, then we bag up some fish, a bit more of a chat, and then they go on their way. When it's discus and they're not cheap fish, that's fine. But if I was selling guppies or just neon tetras or, I don't know, swordtails, platies, I feel like that's the same amount of time investment that people would still spend that amount of time with me to then spend 10 quid. At least there's generally spending 100 quid or more. So that bit works out quite well. So I think from that point of view, it's done quite well. I'm interested to see how well it goes with the breeding because I've now got 2 tanks of fry that I'm trying to raise up, which obviously will have a better profit margin. Well, I say that. I need to work that out because they are very expensive to raise discus fry. Brian says, I've managed to get guppies in a so-called guppy grass ram's horn snail tank. How they got in, I have no clue as I netted the grass into the tank. I mean, sometimes if you want guppies to breed, you just need guppies and water. Sometimes you don't even need guppies. Seems to be only females, but there's babies. I mean, if you're moving things from tank to tank, there could be tiniest of fry stuck in there. It will happen. I mean, I will say, I do wish you were closer and I could buy discs from you, but I'm also aware how wholly unhelpful that is for both. I mean, it isn't. It's fine. I get that, and I really appreciate the people that have reached out to say that because they've obviously felt like, oh, I want to wish them well, and if I was closer, I would do something. I would come and buy them, but I'm not. But they felt the need to, rather than just internalize that, they felt the need to reach out and either share a picture of their tank or try and start a chat with me. It's nice. I think there should be more of that where it's not like a cutthroat business or anything like that. It's nice. I like that people have done that. Long time watchers here. I hate discus, Timu, beer, and multiple choice questions. I mean, I'm doing everything I can to keep you here. uh, I have nothing to offer you, Stephen. Everything that you're interested in, you already know more about it than I do. How long is the Wiggler stage, says Gasmusk? Tends to be, I don't know, 4 or 5 days, something like that. I've never actually measured it. I must do that next time. I would buy off you, Graham, but I don't think my tank is big enough. I mean, there is also no expectation that everyone buys fish off me. Brian is now destroying a plant. Why are you doing that, you div? Yeah, there's no expectation that everyone buys fish off me. I'd never thought that would be the thing. It's just really nice that everyone reaches out. People are very peoply. You're quite right. Will the sales be included in this year's What I Made from YouTube video? Yes, probably. Encourage people to give you a 5-star on Google review. Oh, yeah, you could do that as well. I think if you Google Aquarium Adventures, you can leave me a lovely review if you want. And I also do ship plants, food, trinkets on Tinterwebs, so you can buy mail order, so you don't have to lie. Per Google, if I fly with them in my checked luggage, I can take discus home with me. I mean, you might end up with a bit of a smelly mess at the end. I don't know. Someone else has just subscribed. Thank you. Luke Graham has subscribed. Right, are we ready for this quiz? I've not actually had my dinner yet. I've forgotten about that. How many people have we got in? We have 10. We are ready. A request, can we have Brian Cam returning? Well, we could, but I've completely killed my GoPro. Well, I haven't. It still works, but my GoPro is very unhappy. Only one of the screens works, and only 2 of the modes work. Yeah, it's not happy. That's what I used to use as Brian Cam, but I do. What could I do? I could set up my mobile again, so we could have a roving camera. We could show you all different things. I'll try and spend more than 30 seconds before the stream starts next week, and we'll look into these things properly. Right, are we ready? Starting the countdown for the quiz, everyone. Remember, there's only 10 questions here. The first question is, what word goes between these 2 words to form a new word or phrase? Here is the question. What word goes between these 2 words to form a new word or phrase? Your words are sun and pot. So it's sun blank and blank pot. What word could that be? Remember, extra points for technically correct. If you come up with a technically correct answer that I have not got as my correct answer, you get extra points. So we've got some answers. Flower being the most popular answer. Sunflower, flower pot. That is the correct answer. Sunburn, burn pot. What's a burn pot? What's a cabbage pot? I mean, a cabbage pot, I suppose, is a pot that you cook cabbage in. What's a sun cabbage? It's probably has something called a sun. Yeah, not getting cabbage. Sun hot, hot pot. No. Flower is the winner. 90 points for Zenny McGinger. That was some fast typing. I'm rendering on 85, which would normally be very good. Lauren on 8. All these 80 pointers. Well done. Moving on swiftly to number 2. This is a ranking one. So rank these temperatures by dragging and dropping them on your screen to put the hottest temperature at the top. So, is 120 degrees Fahrenheit hotter than 50 Celsius or 300 Kelvin? You have to move them around as you see fit. Brian, stop being stupid. You like some food? How are we doing with this one? It wouldn't let me pick the hottest. It just took me longer than I'd like to admit to realise I had to arrange them. Yes, this is an arranging one. This is a new one we've taken in. We're now arranging things. The top order voted by you guys was 50 Celsius, then 300 Kelvin, and then 120 Fahrenheit. The actual answer was Celsius, then Fahrenheit, then Kelvin. They were all roughly 50 degrees Celsius. Lauren takes the top spot. Stephen Error also getting that one right. Question number 3. Say what you see. Those of you who are on Discord might have a bit of a hint to this one. I'm going to need something a little bit more specific than the meme from Discord. So remember, this isn't an answer smash. This one's been quite interesting. Okay. I was, of course, looking for Magnum PI. That is a Magnum ice cream. That is Magnum. He has a P for an I. Magnum PI. Now, I think I'm going to give you that because, I mean, it's aggressively bad spelling, but we'll give you it. The meme from Discord, no. Magnum ice cream, no. Magnum P ice cream. See, what you've done there is you've answer smashed a dingbat. I feel like you should get some extra points for that because it's technically not correct, but I like it. So whoever put Magnum P ice cream, you're going to get something. Ice cream mustache, no. Celiacal. I mean, yeah, close to an answer smash, but it wasn't an answer smash. This was a dingbat. But I'm going to make an allowance for Magnum P ice cream. But what I really wanted was Magnum PI. Let's have a look and see who Magnum P ice cream was. It was Zenny. Okay. Zenny's currently on 90 points. She likes 13. There you go, 103. One ahead of Stephen. Stop splashing me, you dick. Question number 4. This is an answer smash, so I want your answer smashes, people. Humans, plural of person or collective group sharing similar cultural, religion, nationality, or values, and that thing. Brian thought it was a cabbage. Plural of person or collective group sharing similar culture, religion, nationality, or values. That is, of course, people. And that is a picture of rope. So I was looking for rope people. Rope and people, rope people. Trolls. No, trolls is just trolls. I mean, no. Lineage, no. Rope everyone is an answer smash. But if I'm giving you points just for having an answer smash, the answer has been crashed, says some person. No, rope people, that's what we wanted. Oh, that's what we get. No extras, and Lauren takes the lead. 262 ahead of mysteriously Error 404's 217. And Zenny's up to 184. Magnum cabbage eye made no sense. Of course it didn't. Question 5. Another word one. Word bridge. What word goes between these two to form a new word or phrase? I blank room. Lineage or lineage is a good answer. The picture is line. Well, even if we give you that and say the picture is line rather than rope, that means you think the plural of person is eage, eage. So no. I blank blank room. What word fits both of them, making a new word or phrase? Ball is the most popular answer. Eyeball, ballroom. That was the one I was going for. Let's look at the others. Eye Japs. Eye Japs. Japs room. No. Eye infection. Infection room. No. Eye bed. Bedroom. No. Eye exam. Exam room. Eyesight. Sight room. Meh. Exam. Exam. I think you're going to get a technically correct point for exam. Let's see who was that. Exam was Applegal. Applegal is currently on 0 points. So let's give you 53 for some reason. Question number 6. Oh. Say what you see, it's a dingbats. As in a lineage of people, which fits the... I know, but lineage is just lineage. Hang on, I need to go back and look at this. So, but that's not an answer smash. I can't even find lineage anyway. But it was a picture of rope, which if we say is line, that's fine. The other part of that has to be the plural of person. So you're saying the plural of person to make it an answer smash is age. It's not. So no, it doesn't work. I'm sticking to my guns on that one. Prepare to die on this hill. That is not an answer smash. This one, however. Ooh. So what we were looking for here is we've got a pot and we've got 8 O's. Pot 8 O's. What could pot with 8 O's be? Potatoes. 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 And the pot is hot, so it's hot pot. Hot potatoes. Hot potatoes. Hot potato. You know that famous phrase, hot potato? Not hot pot, because you've missed the O's. Not smoking pot. I mean, these are things that are on the screen, but it's not the right thing. Hot pot, oh. I mean, you're so close with that one. Hot pot, oh. Whoever that was, you're almost there. Hot potatoes, I'm giving you that. I was only looking for potato, but I will give you potatoes. hot potato. Why have you not got that one? That should be the right answer. Why is that not giving you it? Oh, that is. Fine. Potato noodle sandwich, no. Pot noodle, no. Hot pot rings, no. Hot pot, oh, no. I wanted hot potato. Eight rolls of TP. No, it was just O's. This is way too highbrow. I mean highbrow. It's not. This is an easy one. That is a smoking hot pot, and if you touch it, oh no, that was a great one. That was a brilliant dingbat. And we'll have nothing else said about it. Question number the next one. Another word bridge, please. What word goes between these two to form two new words or phrases? We have tooth, blank, stroke. Tooth blank and blank stroke. Tooth blank, blank stroke. This is not cabbage. Stop saying cabbage for every answer. What word fits in between tooth and stroke to make two new words or phrases? Five of you have got it, at least. The live results. Five of you have gone for brush. That is what I was looking for. Toothbrush and brush stroke. What's a tooth breast? What's a tooth cabbage? What's a tooth back? Brush. Stephen P takes the lead, 335 points. Only a few ahead of Zenny, who is just over 10 ahead of Lauren. It's pretty close in the top three, with three answers to go. Question number 8. Another ordering question. Put them into order. Don't just click on the oldest one, but I want the first released one at the top. So, do you think Jurassic Park came out before The Matrix, or Toy Story, or Finding Nemo? Of course I missed you, Brian. So, the most popular order was Jurassic Park first, then The Matrix, then Toy Story, then Finding Nemo. So close. Jurassic Park, Toy Story, then The Matrix, then Finding Nemo. So Jurassic Park was first, Finding Nemo was last. Toy Story and The Matrix, you got the wrong way around. It looks like Lauren and Stephen got that one right. Question 9. Remember, they're still gambling at the end. Another word bridge. What word goes between these two to form new words or phrases? News blank, blank clip. News cabbage, cabbage clip. I should probably say common word or phrase. News blank, blank clip. What one word can make both of them work? Three, two, one, zero. We have 6 papers. Newspaper and paperclip. That was what I was going for. Well done, those 6 people. News blurb. Blurb clip. No. News video. Video clip. I mean, it's a bit of a stretch. Video clip, yes, but news video. So have you seen the latest news video? No. Too much of a stretch. News magazine. Magazine clip. What's a magazine clip? I don't know what a magazine clip is, so you're not getting it. Sticking with newspaper. Well done, 6 people. Lauren, running away with it somewhat. 93. That was fast, Lauren. Here comes your final question of the night. Remember, this is another gambling question, so you will have a useless clue, which won't help you. Question 10. I told you it wouldn't help. A final smash. It's an aquatic one as well. Aren't you all lucky? Best of luck, everyone. A gathering of fish swimming loosely together. And that thing. A magazine clip. Yeah, a magazine clip. That's part of the gun. Maybe that's what I recognized it. Oh, now you're resulting to... You're just going to be nasty with your answers. We don't need that. A gathering of fish swimming loosely being the operative word there, loosely together, not tightly, not in a formation, loosely. And that thing. That is indeed a goldfish, and a gathering of fish swimming loosely together is a shoal. I was looking for goldfish shoal. Goldfish shoal. School, obviously. No, I wasn't looking for a school. School shoaling, that's just hedging your bets. Shoal and fish. Shoaled fish. Shoaled fish? No. England will win the World Cup. So, just average Dan. How many points should I deduct? He's already on 0. Let's see the final standings. In 3rd place, Zenny McGinger. Boop, boop, boop. 757. In 2nd place, Stephen P. with 942 points. But your winner tonight, with an unassailable 986 points, is Lauren. Woo! Lauren has absolutely thrashed Dan this evening. by over 1,000 points because Dan's got minus 100. Oh, look at how that happened. Minus 1966. Ah. Very, very clever. I like it. Oh, I'm going to have to give you more points back for that. Well done. Congratulations, Lauren. You are a worthy winner tonight. Unlucky Stephen and Zany and Dan. Right. Well, let's go back to Big Face. We've reached the end of the evening. Prizes! We've reached the end of the evening. Thank you very much for joining me. As a bit of admin, I may do a begging short to get you to vote for me. I think that might be quite funny. But also tragic. Practical fish keeping. Go on the website, vote for your favourite web shops. Web shops? Vote for your favourite fish shops, and if I happen to be one of them, stick it in there as well. That'd be quite nice. Yeah, I didn't mean to kick you off the podium, Zenny. Sorry. You got to see yourself on the podium before I kicked you off. Hey, we've got lots of hard work coming up in this bloody heat to get all these tanks sorted, so I'll be doing that for most of the weekend. I'll try and get a video out early next week, hopefully showing you the finished leak-free fish tanks. And then it'll be on to ordering more stock and sharing that with everyone. But yeah, like I say, I'd love to get some kind of recognition in something like the PFK Awards. So if you felt like it, that would be lovely. Post the link again. Let's see. PFK Awards 2026. I've missed. I've only got the terms and conditions. Where's it gone? I mean, is it just lazy to say Google it? Why can I not find it? Stupid internet. There we go. Found it. If any Russian bots are listening, you know, for that time you hacked me for crypto, this could pay me back. Go and do that. Right, where do we get to? Have a good week, everyone. Thank you, Lauren. Enjoy the Silkland High. I think it's wearing off now. I can't smell or breathe through my nose, so I think that's done me in. Post the link again. There you go. There is the link. Hopefully you can click on it and chat. Have a good weekend, everyone. I have a weekend at Bradfest tomorrow where my daughter is singing and I don't know what else she's doing. Other stuff. So I'll be hanging around in Bradfield Village Hall all day if anybody's in the area. If not, have a fantastic weekend and I'll see you all next week. Same time, same place. Well, roughly the same time. I'll try and be a bit earlier. Cheery bye.